Hello, Test Subject 24 here, and welcome to part 3 of my Neverwinter Nights review. In this episode I'm going to be showing levelling up and Henchmen. I'm going to show you how to level up first. When you level up, you get a list of all the different classes. You can choose to level up as the same class again, or a different one. Because I picked Fighter originally, there are some classes unavailable to me, but the majority of the classes I can still choose. So I'm going to choose to level up as a fighter again. You get more points to spend on your skills, and you get to spend points on your skills every time you level up. So I'm going to get my discipline up and healing. You also get an extra feat, which feats are like special abilities and can help you do more damage. Some are passive, like weapon proficiencies and weapon focus, whereas others, like improved power attack, need to be activated. I'm going to choose weapon proficiency exotic, which means I'll be able to use some weapons that were unavailable to me before, like double-bladed swords and double axes. I also gain hit points, and if I was to level up as, say, a sorcerer, I would have been able to unlock more spells. That's leveling up in Neverwinter Nights. Pretty simple. I'm going to skip forward now to Henchmen. As you can now see, I've bought myself a dire mace, which I can now wield thanks to my exotic weapon proficiency feat. The first henchman you can buy in Neverwinter Nights is Tommy Undergallows, who you can find in the temple at the start of chapter 1. However, I don't really like having him as henchman. He's not much use. So you head out into the city, you can find others. If you look on your map, it's bullet pointed Trade of Blades. So that's where I'm going to head. Trade of Blades is a good place to go, because that's where you can find all different types of henchmen, different races, different abilities. Most henchmen cost between 150 to 200 gold. At the moment I don't have any gold, so I can't afford to buy any henchmen. Dalen the Red Tiger is a henchman. The ones with just mercenaries above, the ones with names you can buy, the ones with just mercenary above their head, you can't. There's, depending on what class you are, depends on what sort of bodyguard you should probably employ. There's rangers, there's healers, there's fighters like Grax and Dalen. My main character is a sorcerer, so I have Dalen because he can tank the damage and I can fire from afar. But as I'm currently playing as a fighter class, I would be probably better off getting either Body Knock, as a because he's a ranger, or Linu, because she's a healer. I think she's anyway. So that's the henchman. I'm gonna come back in a minute when I have a bit more gold, and then show you what happens when you try and buy one. As you can see, I've earned myself a bit more gold, so now I'm gonna try and buy a henchman. I'm gonna go and buy that healer, because that's the sort of class, because I'm a fighter, so I don't want to get another
Please now,
You can just talk to them. And I'm pretty sure you can purchase it. Right. Here we are. She tells us she wants 200 gold for her payments. Now, you can try and persuade her to work for less. That means the more charisma you have, that's what you spend your points on at the start, the more chance you have of succeeding. So I'm going to try and persuade her. Success. Perhaps you could meet in the middle and settle on 175. So you save yourself 25 gold, and now you have someone on your team. She's not a healer, she's a cleric, but it's very similar. Basically, she heals, but she can do damage as well. She's a pretty useful.
Hey there, dear. What can I do?
You can change tactics. You can change whether you use melee or ranged weapons and things like that. So that's Henchmen in Neverwinter Nights. Unfortunately, you can only employ one henchman at a time, so you can't buy all of them and have them all following you. However, you can have a henchman and, say, a familiar or a summoned servant as well. So I think the maximum people you can have in your team is three people following you. So yeah, this is Test Subject 24, signing off.